Hello, Jack Maloney, licensed real estate agent with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox Cities Realty, soon to be Water City Realty, located in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. My number is 920-410-0121, and welcome back for another week. So you finally decided to buy a house. Yes, great deal. That is how you create your own wealth. Buying your own house, investing in yourself, not paying somebody else's mortgage. Either way, if you rent, you're paying somebody else's mortgage. If you're buying, you're paying your own mortgage. So, okay, you've made the decision. There's several steps involved. Basic overview, preparing to purchase a home. Requires several key steps. First step, obviously, is to determine your budget and talk to a mortgage lender about a pre approval for a mortgage. Even great agents like myself cannot really help you if you don't have a pre approval, especially in today's market. Um, Most won't even take and show you through a home until you have a pre approval that is in hand. Um, Next thing to do is to hire a reputable agent, somebody like me, somebody I've been through the process, and guide you through it from day one till closing day, 45 days later. Um, Your next step would be to research homes and neighborhoods that your agent sends to you. We cannot recommend neighborhoods. We can recommend homes. We cannot rule out homes. If we were to do that, we would be violating fair housing laws, and that would put our license and our financial future at great risk. And nobody I know wants to risk that. Um, Once you and your agent have found the house that is the one you want, you write up the offer. Well, your agent writes the offer up and goes over it with you, determines which contingencies you want to use, such as home inspections, appraisals. If you're getting a mortgage, you're not really going to be able to waive the appraisals anyways, because the mortgage company's going to require that because they'll only loan you so much based on the value of the appraised value of the home. And then your agent will work with you and the listing agent to set up a closing date and time that's convenient to all parties involved. So, okay, let's go through these steps. Uh, Determine your budget. That is only something you can do. You know what your bills are, you know what your monthly expenses are. Um, when it comes to that, don't include your rent because obviously your rent will be going towards your mortgage. When it comes time to get your pre approval, you're probably going to need your last 2 or 3 years of tax returns and recent paycheck stubs, stuff like that to take with you to your mortgage officer. Your mortgage officer, that's a very important choice. Don't just necessarily run to your home bank, your home credit union, whatnot. There are mortgage brokers, there are credit unions, and there are banks. All three have their pluses and minuses. Your mortgage broker has access to a wide variety of programs and a big old pile of federal cash that's available to all mortgage lenders every year. But a mortgage broker's pile seems to last longer because they are the last people that buyers tend to think of when they're looking for their mortgages. Most people, myself included, when I bought my first house, yep, run to my bank, talk to my banker, get my mortgage through there. There wasn't a pile of money left there out of these federal programs to get people to buy houses. It was gone. I didn't know about that stuff. Your next step, if you know that, and you go to your banker and we're sorry, we're out of this grant money from the federal government. Why don't you try a credit union? You run to the credit union. Oh, the guy in front of you just got the last of that money. Most people don't even know about mortgage brokers. They have that stack of money well into the year after the banks and credit unions have utilized all of it. It gets divided into the three equal pie pieces so they all get the same amount, just a matter of who uses it up first. After you've got your pre-approval in hand, talk to a couple of realtors. Yes, everybody's got friends that are realtors. Do How much business do they do? Do they do it full time? Are they just speculating in it? There's many questions you should ask them. You're basically interviewing somebody to assist you with one of the largest purchases that you're going to make in your lifetime. I can't say the largest because have you seen the price of trucks lately? Good gosh, that's ridiculous. But you want somebody that's going to gel with you. If you come in and tell me you hate dogs, well, we're probably not going to be a great fit for each other. I've got a dog. I love my dog. Generally have dog hair on me. I can't keep it off. It's a lab. He sheds. You get hair everywhere. It happens. But you'll know relatively soon if it's an agent you can work with. Then you have to decide if you want to be the client or a customer. That's subject for an entire different story. That's something you should talk over with the agent at the time of your meeting. And there's a few minor and a couple major differences between if you were a client or a customer. Also, if you see a place for sale by owner, you can still work with an agent. The agent will try and work with the seller. Sometimes the sellers are amenable to that. Yeah, you bring me a ready, willing, able, qualified buyer, and we'll talk. If you are just speculating with me, they're not going to. And the thing with for sale by owners is generally they know that if an agent is coming to them to see if they're willing to work with the agent, that the buyer's been pre-vetted. They know the buyer's qualified for the home and the price that they're looking to offer. Your agent should set you up on a search, and you'll get listings of houses, and you look through them, you decide which ones you like, which ones you don't. You can go research the neighborhoods on your own. Once again, I am not allowed to steer you into or out of a neighborhood. Once you decide, yeah, I'd like to take a look at this house, you contact your agent. Your agent will get you in there. He or she will go through the house with you. Spend 15 minutes, half hour or so in the house. Not a lot of time. It's your first time through it, and you're looking for stuff that pluses and minuses to the house that you're looking at. You're not going to find all the defects and stuff like that. A good agent will know the things that they're looking for based on your price point, your mortgage style, type, stuff like that. And if you've got a FHA or VA mortgage, it's going to be a much tighter type of property that you're looking for, as it's got more minimum qualifications than, say, a conventional or a USDA mortgage has got. Once you find that house, you write up the offer with your agent. You sit down, you decide how much you're going to spend on it. Decide which contingencies you want: home inspection, well water inspection if it's on well and water, septic if it's got its own private waste system, appraisals if you're in certain areas of the country or the state of Wisconsin, south of pretty much Green Lake County, if it's going to require a pest inspection for things such as termite, carpenter ants, stuff like that. And you submit the offer. A day or two later, you get a response back, either congratulations, we're sorry, but we chose another one, or here's our counter offer back to you. That's where your agent comes in. An agent like me, trained in negotiating the best possible price and conditions for you is working with the agent that is also doing their best to get the best price and conditions for their seller. Um, our goal is to meet somewhere that everybody is happy and walks away from the closing table. You've got your new home, and the seller's moving on to their next house. And then we finally get an accepted offer. Boom, we're off to the closing. Um, get your home inspection done. We negotiate what repairs are needed versus what stuff is wants. That's a big thing. You can't just, oh, I don't like this paint color. Well, your sellers aren't going to do that, especially in today's market. The market is still under inventoried and over demanded, meaning there's buyers out there well in vastly superior numbers than there are sellers. I have got buyers that I've been helping to look for a long time. We're having a hard time finding inventory, but when we do, we're ready. We are going to look at those properties as soon as possible. And I've had buyers come up. You're going to want an agent that's willing to stick with you through the long haul. I had clients last year. We looked 5 or 6 months, driving all over to different areas that they found houses that they'd like to see. And they finally came up to me and said, look, Jack, should we find another agent? We feel like we're wasting your time just driving you all over the country. And I'm like, no, I'm in it with you guys for the long haul. I told you that when I started, and that's the way I do business. If I won't pressure you to purchase it, I feel it's your money. You're the one who has to live there. If you don't like it for any reason, we move on. Boom, plain and simple. So yeah, your agent can do a lot for you. Your agent needs to be there for you through the long haul. In this day and age, it's not going to be like it was even 3 or 4 years ago, where you walk in, you're looking to buy a house. The agent takes you out, shows you 3 or 4 of them. You put in an offer, and boom, you just bought yourself a house. These days, for every offer you put in, probably figure 4 or 5 more people at least are putting in offers. So be fair, be practical, don't lowball. Lowballs won't work in this market. And you can discuss more of these questions and stuff like that with me on Sunday, May 28th, between noon and 1600 here at 600 South Main Street, Suite 301, Oshkosh, Wisconsin. That's when I'm having a veterans and military family open house. It's a very informal thing. Come in. I'm going to be here. My broker's going to be here. I'm going to have a mortgage officer or 2 here with various different programs available. There will be some food, hot dogs, brats, hamburgers, soda, coffee, possibly some adult beverages, all available. It's going to be a limited amount. Everything's free. There's no selling going on. No pressure. Come in. I want you to talk with us, with mortgage brokers. It's mainly geared towards veterans, so I'm going to have the County Veteran Service Officer, Jeff Buchholz, here. And hopefully we'll have representatives from some of the various veterans organizations in the area here also. Once again, that is Sunday, May 28th, 1200 to 1600, located 600 South Main Street, Oshkosh, Wisconsin, Suite 301, and look forward to seeing you there. In the meantime, looking outside, it is a beautiful day out there. Got fishermen and women lined up and down the banks of the river here, kids out flying kites, boat traffic is heavy, so have a great day. Watch out for the storms tonight. We'll talk with you again. If you found this interesting or helpful at all, please like and share it. Have a great day. Talk to you next week. Bye.